resistance above at 19, 26, 32, 39, and 45. And support below at 06, 38, 98, 92, 86, 76. Pivot 13, support 06, 98, 92, 86, and 76. Resistance on the upside at 19, 26, 32, 39, and 45. All right. These are our levels that we're going to use today as a guide to the day. And we can add, subtract to them, we adjust to them. Nothing's etched in stone, and as I keep saying in commodity trading, and this is where we're at. We are trading commodities here, many S&Ps. We are trying to find levels where we believe the markets will rotate from, because we don't believe markets go straight up or straight down. Consequently, we're trying to find those inflection points that'll give us an opportunity to scalp the market for about 2 to 3 points. That's what we're trying to do here on an everyday basis. Again, we use the levels that we give out plus price action opportunities together. Gives us maybe about 4 to 5 on average trades in the course of the day on average. Sometimes more, sometimes less. You know, every day is different, and it's kind of unique in its own way. So we accept it for what it is. You just never know these days if we're going to get busy or not, and how we're going to add more trades or take off less trades, because you know we're always adjusting. But as you can see here, over the last couple of hours, the market has been a very tight little range, not really going anywhere fast. So consequently, be a little bit patient here. We had to be patient yesterday, and I think we did okay once we waited for the opportunities to present themselves. And once they did that, then we were able to take advantage of whatever opportunities the market gave us. Chad, if you're still here, I just want to tell you that we're going to have a class. We're scheduled for a class tomorrow at about 12 o'clock. Peter, you too. You know that. Thanks. So we'll hopefully have one of our classes start. Will be tomorrow at 12. Just FYI. I was going to say from 10 to 4. That's a long class, but I got it. 10 to 4. For a second there, I was like, what? Like, whoa, that's a long class. Okay, yes, 10-4. Phew. You know, it's early in the morning for me. It just took a little processing to come up with that one. Just a second. All right. So we're sitting here range bound. We'll see what happens. Again, market is kind of bouncing around here a little bit. Still 39 handle, so it's really not not going anywhere fast, but it's still on the highs, and I think it should be. I mean, considering the where the markets have been and what stimulus is out there and so on and so forth, it's kind of tough to say that this is not it's not unexpected, even though they are, interest rates are a little bit of a concern these days. And especially yesterday, we had a slew of talking heads from the Fed, and you could see the volatility there was kind of a little goofy. They broke it really hard and then rallied it, basically made new highs and broke it again, which is good for us. You need the volatility, that's for sure. But you get these breaks in the middle of the day that unexpected, because it was very, very slow in the morning, right? But that's what you. That's why we have our stops. We don't take anything for granted. We never know when some of these guys are going to decide to. And we did know yesterday. I mean, yesterday I did warn you about a whole bunch of Fed speaks all day long. They were definitely getting paid the big bucks to talk yesterday. And then Yellen and Powell, both of them were in front of Congress, some other aspect of whatever. And so it was a kind of a quasi F day yesterday. Who knows? All right, so let's see what happens here. Let me see first if we have any numbers that are coming out this morning. Durable goods already came out this morning, and it was a little disappointing. But really didn't move our market. Maybe bonds a little bit to the downside, but they were less than expected. And let's see here. And what else came out? And that's okay. So now we have Powell, who's going to continue his or have testimony in front of Congress on the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Securities Act. CARES. Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security. That's the CARES Act. He's going to be discussing that at 9 o'clock. So another F day is upon us. What did I miss, Don? Does everybody have sound? Loud and clear. All right. Well, I didn't say I missed that from Don, but yes. All right. So I hope Don was good. Don's always good. I don't have to say, oh, I hope Don was good. Don was always good. So I hope that, okay, we come up here to the 19 area. I hope you all did okay with Don yesterday afternoon, as he had to deal with that reversal in motion there, I think, as I was leaving. We come up here to the 19 area. See what it wants to do up here. All right. Trying to work this little area here. Can we repeat the levels in the chat box area for us? There they are. There are the levels in the chat box area. So we're working the 19 area up here. So hopefully Don is back in and okay. Yeah, the sound thing is kind of strange, right? I mean, who knows? I didn't even know I was talking the other day. You know, it's like, it's one of those things that you never, I don't know, you just never think about. And you know, so, but hopefully he can get us back on. I'm sure he can. Yeah, you know, I don't know. These computers, man, they don't tell you when you lose sound, right? They just don't. All right, trying to work here off of this 19 area. So we have Powell going to be talking, and that's at 9 o'clock, and then we've got 5-year note auction at noon. So that could be a little bit of a market mover these days. 5-year note auction. And then we have 12:30 Fed speak, 2 o'clock Fed speak. So we have a couple of these guys chit-chatting away again. But the big one, obviously, is Powell's testimony in front of, I guess, Congress. I would assume that's where he's going to be talking. And we're trying to get a little bit of rotation here off of this 19 entry point. Again, we scale into a position. So we're probably in an 18 and a half, somewhere like that, 18 maybe, as we continue to stay up here. All right, if you're taking a 19, you got that right now. We're still on the same bar, so see what it wants to do. Again, there are the levels again in the chat box area for you. Right. Let's see what we can talk about here. Asia markets tumbled again overnight while stocks in Europe dipped into the red, though things are looking more positive in the US after a late sell-off on Thursday. NASDAQ futures are up this morning on contract linked to S&P 500 hour ahead on the latest bull market officially enters its second year. Who knew? All right, nice rotation there off of our 19 area. If you took our 19 level straight up, and you got the nice rotation here off of that. So very nice trade there. We had to work it just a little bit. But came up there, gave us a 19, came off. So if you got everybody happy here, everybody should be a little bit happy. If you put 19 straight up, you did okay. Don, can you hear us okay? Thanks again. Thanks again for filling in for me. I just want you to know Mark was a little jealous. I didn't ask him. Your wingman. I got a text from him saying, hey, well, what's Don doing in there without me? So I'm gonna have to send him a box of flowers or candy or something, make him feel better. Go on, you know. And what can I tell you? Oh, he wants pizza. He wants Chicago pizza. I sent him a box of Chicago pizza one time. I think he enjoyed it. That's why he wants more. You know, in California, they probably have like some kind of healthy pizza, if there is any. There you go. There you go. They were the best, he said. All right, so we have a nice rotation here off of our 19. Again, it was just being a little bit patient there and working the level. And if you did that, you did all right. Let's see what it wants to do. If you're trying to stay short there, you could do that. Anything above 20 out of any shorts, if you have anything left over. As the pandemic is set in February 2020, the S&P plunged nearly 34% over 22 days to a March 23rd low. And it took only 5 months to recoup its losses. The index then went on a notch, on to notch many records, though more recently a rotation to value has taken place while the Treasury yields remain on minds of many investors. So that means they got out of technicals or tech, went into value, whatever that means, right? Value. All right. So again, if you're trying to stay short, you could, but you definitely only staying short with small amounts of contracts that you're going to trade. You're not going to lose any money on the trade. Otherwise, just take your profit and be happy with it. So let's see. Some fears resurfaced on Tuesday after Chancellor Angela Merkel called the dominant UK variant of the coronavirus a new pandemic and outlined tighter shutdown measures in Germany. Oh gosh, they're really losing it over there on the other side of the pond. The Netherlands and France have extended lockdowns and imposed new travel business curbs. While some remain concerned about the strength of post-pandemic recovery, others are seeing a different picture. This is still a young bull market and is still a young economic market continues to rally here. Next level upside we have is the 26 area. Look away for a second, look what happens. So that's not good what's going on over there. So this guy says that we're actually in a young bull market, still a young economic cycle. It's growth. It's going to be rocky. It's going to be choppy. It's going to be not going to be easy. While a pickup in volatility would be normal at this stage of a strong bull market, we think suitable investors may want to consider buying the dips. Buying dips. You've been a very rich person if you bought dips throughout the last 10 years. Sometimes big dips. Okay, I got 32. We're close there, Don. We're close. So we zoomed up here. Of course, we couldn't zoom a little bit more. Zoom. Get it. I know. So all right. Federal Reserve Jeremy Powell and Treasury Secretary Yellen will continue the testimony today. Oh, both of them are talking. What a beautiful thing. Continue the testimony on Capitol Hill. In their first appearance on Tuesday, the pair acknowledged that the asset prices are high, but said that they are not worried about the financial stability. Economic recovery looks to be strengthening. They also emphasized that $1.9 trillion stimulus package should not lead to sizable increases in inflation, though if necessary, the central bank has the tools if it needs to deal with the rising price pressures. I don't know. Well, why this thing wouldn't go up to 26 and come back down, I don't know. I don't know. It went up to 24. Sometimes it's annoying. It doesn't listen to me. As much as I try to make it, doesn't listen. All right. Again, anybody, welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps. We are scalping the market, trying to take 2 to 3 points on our trades. We use the levels that we gave out. And if you look at the chat box area, we're going to have them up there. Those are the levels in the chat box area that we're going to use as a guide. Nothing's etched in stone. We can make adjustments to those, subtract from them, add to them, delete them, all those fancy computer terms, and then come up with opportunities to trade. We're looking for about 4 or 5 different opportunities, and we quickly shifted down to our blue band here. That was a nice little rotation there to our blue band. If you were watching, that was quick. Whatever news came out there and to make that thing move up to 24, completely rejected it without even thinking. Did not even debate it. And sometimes that happens. Yesterday was a perfect example. They had the whatever news came out that broke the market, and then the next 10 minutes after that, they re-rallied and regained all what it lost in that 10-minute span. So sometimes that happens. And let's see what happens now. So we're just kind of floating around here, coming right back down to our blue band. The pivot there is 13. The next support level is down is 06. GameStop's earnings. Next rip or further sell-off. Traders also chose the latter after digesting GameStop's earnings. Shares of the video retailer plunged 12% in after-hours trading on Tuesday, bringing the stock back to the $160 level. That followed a rise as much as 10% in the minutes following earnings and a decline of 6.5 during the regular session. As we quickly come down here to our pivot, it seems like there's a little bit of pressure here. Whatever was out there that made the market rally at the 24, they're dismissing it right now. And you're getting this follow through break here. So we'll look at 06 as the next support level that we have. While the company achieves its quarterly sales increase in 2 years, first quarterly sales increase in 2 years, GameStop missed estimates on both the top and bottom line. And that dose of reality hit sentiment. But the bigger news was the secondary stock offering under consideration. Oh, for sure. Why not? Since January 21st, we have been evaluating whether to increase the size of the at the market program and whether to potentially sell shares of common stock under the increased ATM, which is at the market program, during the course of the fiscal 2021, primarily to fund the acceleration of our future transformation initiatives and generally working capital needs. Why not take money out of this while you can? All right, we completely rejecting what happened to the upside there. We're looking at 06 as a little bit of support. See what it wants to do there at 06. maybe if you're a little aggressive, you could have bought that 10 area there, just a little aggressive. You could have made a case for it. But since we were close to 06, I just said, just wait for 06. If we broke through that, it would have gone down to 6. I think you could have made a case for that there, just a little bit. So we have no, Powell's going to be talking. I guess I don't think he's going to be giving new testimony, at least a new opening statement. So I'm sure it's going to be the Q&A part that's going to jolt the market going forward with these guys talking in front of this committee again. So keep an eye out on that. They're gonna start at top of the hour here. You know, you never know what he's gonna say and how people are gonna perceive what he's gonna say. That's the whole thing here. All right. Market a little bit of pressure, but did hold this little tiny support area here at 10. Now trying to see what it wants to do. Again, I would look for support down at 06. And if we do get back in the middle of the range here, that's kind of a little bummish. Considering bummish, is that even a word? Bummish. Bummish. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat box area. We can answer your questions there. I can see them faster if you put them there than if you put them in the Q&A section. I don't know why they have both. I guess they have a reason. But yeah, so put them in the chat box area. We'll be able to see them a little bit quicker. All right, looking for 06 areas, next support. Well, at least we got a little volatility this morning. So we can handle that. Nice to get to 26. We can really good. But hey, What are you gonna do? What does it mean when a large trader or institution defends a price level? It's a good question. Well, I'll give you a story about that. I think I might have told you the story before, but so these two bond traders are standing next to each other, big bond traders, literally with a broker, one of the biggest brokers in the pit, standing next to each other. Brokers in the middle, right? And one of them is getting short, and the other one is having a long position. And literally, the guy who is getting long bids the market up. So he's like 3 bid for 100. The guy who's short, who's standing just one guy over, sells it to him. Because he doesn't want the market to go 3 bid, because he wants the market to go down. So he's getting short. The trader next to him is bidding the market up. So he goes 3 bid for 100, and the guy next to him says so, because he's a big trader. He can try to make the market move. He can try to make the market change. Like if somebody wants to buy 500 contracts in the S&Ps, they could put it in there to rally the market a few ticks, right? Just as an example. But this is when you're standing around, not a computer, and you're standing around with people who can hear you trade. So the person with a long position is trying to bid the market up, and so he goes 3 bid for 100, and the one who's trying to keep the market down is defending the market, so he sells it to him. And so let's say it goes 3 bid, and now he goes 4 bid for 100, and the other short position trader sells it to him now. And so he's, they're both, one of them is trying to get long, the other one's trying to get short. And then all of a sudden, the market kind of upticks to 7, 8, and the guy who's getting short says, okay, well, I guess I'll just put these in my pocket and cover them later. So, one of them is trying to defend his position by selling the bid, or selling the person who's trying to buy it. That'll keep the market down, And the other person who is trying to make the market go up, he keeps, every time it upticks, he keeps bidding it up, trying to buy some more, so the market, so that he can hit the stops and the market goes up a little bit. And they're literally standing next to each other, and one's getting a short position, defending it, and the other one's a long position and defending it. And the person with the long position is going to win out. Well, in this situation, the person with the long position wins out, and the other person who was selling him all these contracts, 300, 400 at a time, on one card, because he's trying to sell it to him to keep his mouth shut. He just says, all right, well, I guess I'll cover these later. He puts the card in his pocket, which is where before you used to write your trades on a card. He goes, oh, I guess I'll cover these later. But then when you have that kind of money and you could watch the market go against you like a half a point or 10 S&P points, for example, you can cover them later when it comes back down. That's what he does. So they could both be right, but one of them was defending at that particular moment in time. The person who was short was defending his market by selling it to the person who was trying to buy it. You could do the same thing with the market as a whole. Like if somebody's, trying to buy it, you can keep selling it. It's a little bit different now with the S&Ps because the volume's a little bit greater, right? But there's a lot more players involved. But you could, there's a lot of algorithms that are going on in the background that can create or try to hold a level. And that's what it means. So you can have an algorithm that's basically telling you sell 10,000 between 19 and 21. And every time it upticks, they sell 100, they sell 100, they sell 100, and they sell 100. And it gets up to 21, they sell 200, 200, 200. You can't even see it. It's happening so fast. But, if you have one person or one institution or one individual who is selling that amount of money, you're going to stop the market for a short period of time. Now, whether it holds or not, that's another story. But that's basically what that means when they say you're defending a level. Did that make sense? It made sense to me. I don't know if it made sense to you. And if it doesn't, I can try to explain that another way. It's fascinating, though, when to know what these big traders could do. Like I always say, when it's very, very slow, we don't like to trade because markets can be manipulated a little bit because the volume is really, really light. And somebody who can trade a lot of contracts can keep the market at a certain level or can even move the market. So it's definitely that's why we focus more on the morning hours here, because that we try to take away that advantage of that other person who is keeping the market at a certain level, or wants to keep the market, or just trying to defend the level, as you put it. So we came off of this like 10 area, which I can see, you can all see that we could have made a case for, at least initially, dipping your toe there a little bit, and nice rotation there off of it. And again, it wasn't one of our levels, but definitely a price action opportunity if you were a little aggressive. Like I said, you could have definitely made a case for it. I kind of hinted a little bit before, so maybe you did. All right, now we're coming back up here, and basically kind of in the middle of this range we were at all morning, so very tough to kind of get any direction going, but it's okay. All right, well, we seem to have gotten ourselves back into this range. Welcome to some of the new folks that are joining us. If you look at the chat box area, we're going to have the levels imprinted there. Those are the levels we use as a guide during the course of the day to help us trade, find opportunities to trade, scalp the market for about 2 to 3 points in our trades. If we use those opportunities as well as price action opportunities as well. And between both of them, only gives us opportunities to trade and try to make a little bit of money scalping the market. We don't believe the markets go straight up or straight down. Consequently, we're looking for those areas of inflection that create opportunity for us to be a little bit profitable. And anything that I say here is definitely taught to individuals who are interested in learning how to try to find these opportunities on your own. And that's the idea of the course that we have, is to be able to be an independent trader, have the opportunity to find those trades on your own, to be able to participate in, and then how to execute those trades. Because every time they're all a little bit different in their own way. Not every trade is the same. How you get into them, how you get out of them, all depends on each individual's risk tolerance, and we try to work with everybody here to try to maximize those opportunities. So that's what we're doing here on an everyday basis. We used to be from the Florida Exchange, but because of COVID and the after effects of all this pandemic situation, we unfortunately have had to revert to the warmth of my basement, comfort of my basement, I should say, versus sometimes you have to get out in the cold of Chicago to get to work, but not anymore, especially during the wintertime. But we're getting springish, kind of ish. It's getting a little cool this weekend, but hey, it's okay. We've had some couple nice days. Can't complain. I mean, I guess we could complain, but all right, we are just kind of hammered in his range again. So unfortunately, I just have to be patient here. Next level downside we have is still 6. Upside resistance right now would be 26. I know it's a big range, but we did have a nice opportunity there at 19 to make a little bit of money. And if you were just a little aggressive, maybe you took the 10 area there. If you were just a little aggressive, could have definitely made a case for it. Picking your spots is very important. We don't like to overtrade. We've sometimes wait for our opportunities. Sometimes, a lot of times, it pays itself off because we stay out of trouble when it gets in a range and doesn't go anywhere and goes bouncing back and forth. And every time you think something's going to happen, it doesn't. And so, no, staying patient and waiting for the opportunity is very important to us. Always has been, and that's a hard thing to learn. It's a hard thing to learn there because we all want to get in front of these computers and start trading because that's what we're supposed to do. But if you do that and not be patient and wait for good opportunities, then you squander away some cash, and then when the good opportunities come, you're just making some money back. So that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to be consistent, best as possible. All right, you can see here, market is definitely bouncing around. And did hold our blue band there. That's right. If you were a blue bander there, you maybe took that last rotation down to it. All right. Again, very, very quiet. No. Well, we used to be downtown on the Florida Exchange, but now I'm in Highland Park right now. All right, chopping around here, range bound still, a little, tried to break out, got back down, got to the 1920 area, came off. We don't usually trade the levels once they've been used once, so that's why we suggested 26 as our next resistance area. And this choppiness here, we do have Powell who is talking, so keep that in mind, and don't forget to make sure that you keep your stops handy, because in case he says something that the market's going to perceive one way or the other, create some volatility, right? So that is going on right now as he's and not only Powell, but so is Yellen. She's also doing the same thing. So this is like a quasi F day here with them chit-chatting in the background. And again, how they say things or how they perceive things is going to create volatility, like maybe now, right? Just never know how they're going to say something that the market's going to consider. You just never know. So the volatility here is a little bit too much for you, and you'd rather wait for them to stop talking, which obviously they will at some point. You could do that too. You can wait until things slow down a little bit, and then trading becomes a little bit more contained. I don't know if that's the right word, or a little bit more or less volatile. So you try to do that too, as we quickly come down here to the 6 area. All right, nice rotation there off of the 6.5 entry point there. Like I said, sometimes you need the volatility to help you find those. It gives us the movement that we need to get to a certain area. Again, whatever was being discussed or said or created the volatility, created this little move down here. So again, even though we talk about making sure you don't trade when these guys, I mean, this is what happens when you got these guys talking in the background, where you get some quick moves like that. So that's why obviously we tell you to hold on to make sure whatever trades you're going to take, keep your stops in place. And also understand that they are talking in the background. So if you don't want to trade because it's a little bit too much risk, then just hold them off. But you are there's a risk reward type of situation here, considering how the market's trading with the volatility. You get this added volatility, you get added opportunity. But keep your stops in place no matter what the situation might be. So, like I said, we needed for them to say something to get us down to our 6 area. And again, it's an area. That's how you scaled in. So some of you got in maybe at 7, had a little bit of rotation off of it. You definitely got 2 points because it went up to above the 9 area. If you got in at 6.5, you should have been able to get a little bit of a rotation off of that. Hopefully between one of those entry points, you're able to take advantage of the opportunity here against our area. It's a level, not one specific price. I mean, I know if you're trading one lots and you had 6, obviously you did not get it. But if you're scaling in and you're trading multiple contracts, we're definitely given an opportunity here to get in and scalp this little trade here off of the push down to the 6 area. All right, like I said, a little patience there, paid off, waiting for the trade to develop, to create the opportunity, and hopefully you were already in there with the orders in. You can't do, if you're trying to wait till you get confirmation, it's probably too late. So I know it's a little bit riskier sometimes to place your orders in the queue, as they say in French. But that's where to make a decision that you're going to do, get into the trade after it bounces, it's kind of a little bit late. So that's why we have our stops, because we're going to be wrong. We're going to be wrong, and if we're wrong, we're going to make sure we get out, and you're not going to sit there and get caught. So that's why we talk about stops, but that's how also you can protect yourself against any rotation, by having orders in place already. Yes, the Ravinia is literally down the street from us. It's not so bad. It's nice. It's beautiful there, especially during summer, and you can sit outside.
Subscribe with their Twitch Prime.
That's so addictive.
With Twitch Prime.
And they canceled that.
Have you used your Prime Gaming?
One thing at a time. Let's see if we can control this thing, and then hopefully it comes back.
Cause it's free if you're already paying for Amazon Prime account. Subscribe to me with Twitch Prime. I saw the dagger eyes staring back at me. I knew I'd never have a chance to plead. Guilty, but in the sight of fallen men, they bury you before you speak.
Again, we do have these, Powell talking, creating volatility. And that's why we have these. We're able to Powell talking, that creating volatility, move to the downside through his. And that's why we have these. Sometimes we're able to opportunity there talking, scalp the market against the 06 level. Through his. And that's why we have these. Sometimes we're able to opportunity there talking, scalp the market against the 06 level. Through his. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. That's why I have these meetings. I'm not able to tune in there talking. Scalping market against the 06 level. All right, so now we're just coming back up here to our pivot area. All right, so now we're just kind of coming back up here to decide what pivot area. Again, the volatility here with kind of coming back up here to decide what pivot area. Again, the volatility here, movement sometimes makes sense. What pivot area? Again, the volatility here, movement sometimes. But you have to be patient, pick your spots, wait for the opportunities. On both those levels here, on the other spots, they get triggered and get nice scalping opportunities. Those levels, one side we're short, the other time we're long, and now scalping could have had maybe a couple other trades in the middle there based on price action. You could have had maybe just use those levels of couple other trades in the middle there, based scalp the market for a few points. We can repeat the levels for those of you who come in a little late there. The levels, if you look at the chat box area, the levels are repeat the levels. There they are. Late there, the levels. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide during the course of the day. I'll use those, like I said, as a guide. Do I have a 3-car garage with the red door? With the red doors. Do I have a 3-car garage with the red door? With the red doors. Do I have a 3-car garage with the red door? Is that like a thing down in Texas? Do I have a 3-car garage with the red door? Is that like a thing down in Texas? Do I have a 3-car garage with the red door? Is that like a thing down in Texas? Do I have a 3-car garage with the red door? Is that like a thing down in Texas? Do I have a 3-car garage with the red door? Is that like a thing down in Texas? Do I have a 3-car garage with the red door? It was very random there. Is that like a 3-car garage with red doors? Do I have a 3-car garage? Very random there. Is that like a 3-car garage with red doors? Do I have a 3-car garage? I think we're trading here, but okay. I have a 3-car garage. I think we're trading here, but okay. You must be trading. 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 You're looking at Google Earth at my house. house. You're looking at, well, you got the wrong house. You're looking at, well, you got the wrong house. You're looking at, well, you got the wrong house. Yeah, he's working on his psychic abilities. Yeah, working on something over there. Yeah, he's working on. Do I have red bricks? No. Working on. Maybe you got the wrong house. Do I have red bricks? No. Maybe you got the wrong house. Do I have red bricks? I'm not telling you anything about my house. Let's see if you can find it. I'm not telling you anything about my house. Did you just figure out how to use Google Earth? Is that why you're so like infatuated with this? I'm not telling you anything about my house. Did you just figure out how to use Google Earth? Is that why it's not 3 stories either? I'm not telling you anything about my house. Figure out how to use Google Earth. Is that why it's not 3 stories either? You're trying to narrow it down. Figure out how to use Google Earth. Is that why it's not 3 stories either? You're trying to narrow it down. 3-story houses with, I'm sure, regular garages. You're trying to narrow it down. 3-story houses with, I'm sure, regular garages. You're trying to narrow it down. Oh, right. If you include the basement, I guess it's 3 floors. Oh, right. If you include the basement, you do include the basement. Yes. Oh, right. If you include the basement, you do include the basement. Yeah, you're not doing this on your flip phone, are you? Oh, right. Checking out Google Earth on your flip phone. Yeah, you're not doing this on your flip phone, are you? No, not on his flip phone. Checking out Google Earth said no. Yeah, you're not doing this on your flip phone, are you? No, not on his flip phone. Checking out Google Earth said no. Yeah, you're not doing this on your flip phone, are you? No, not on his flip phone. Checking out Google Earth said no. You are definitely bored doing this on your flip phone, are you? No, not on his flip phone. This is the guy. You are definitely bored. The guy that fills in for me. I just want you to know he's on top of things. This is the guy on top of your guy that fills in for me. I just want you to know he's on top of things. This is the guy on top of your guy that fills in for me. I just want you to know he's on top. Oh wow! This is the guy on top of your guy that fills in for me. I just want you to know he's on top. Oh wow! This is the guy on top of your guy that fills in for me. I just want you to know he's on top. Oh wow! This is the guy on top. All right. Well, we got down to 6 and a nice rotation 6 area. All right. Well, we got down to 6. And now we're in a nice rotation 6 area. All right, well, we got down to 6. And now we're in a nice rotation 6 area. If you're a little aggressive, area. Got down to 6. Now we're in a nice rotation 6 area. If you're a little aggressive, area. And basically back in the middle of the range that we've been at all morning. So again, patience will basically prevail by range that we've been at all morning. To get the 6 area. Again, patience will basically prevail that range that we've been at all morning. Again, patience will basically prevail that range that we have support is down at 98. Prevail that range that we have support is down at 98. Prevail that range that we have support is down. Right, but you know, the first rotation off of right level, you know, usually is the first rotation off of that's right. What it just did right there. You know, usually the first rotation off of a nice rotation there off of right. It just did right there. You know, raising it. First rotation off of a nice rotation there off of right. It just did right area. Raising it. First change. Nice rotation there off of right. It just did right there. Nice rotation there. Raising it. First change. Nice rotation there off of right. It just did right there. Nice rotation there. Raising it. First change. Nice rotation there off of right. It just did right there. Nice rotation there. Raising it. First change. All right. So again, we've had 2 or 3 price action opportunities. All right, so again, we've had 2 or 3. Go for about 4 or 5 trades in the course on average. Of course, again, we've had 2 or 3. Go for about 4 or 5 trades in the course on average. Of course, again, we've had 2 or 3. Go for about 4 or 5 trades in the course on average. Your spots is important. It's always the key. But we also know that these guys are talking. But we also know the volatility going. These guys are talking. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Volatility going. These guys are talking about. These guys are talking. You know, it's a good thing that we got to keep little. Sometimes it kind of runs us through because they say some heavy over. It's a good thing that we got to keep some people think kind of runs us through because they say some heavy over. It's a good thing that we got to keep some people other times where we needed the extra volatility for us to be going down to the other level there. We needed the extra volatility to trade going down to the other level there. So it's a good thing about trade. It's one of those like 50-50 thing. So, but if we're there when it gets run over, make sure you're stop 50-50. We need to volunteer. If we're there when it gets run over, make sure you're stop 50-50. At the end of the day, we need to volunteer. If we're there when it gets run over, so we gotta be careful. At the end of the day, we need to volunteer. If we're there when it gets run over, this we gotta be careful. At the end of the day, we need to volunteer. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. This we got before. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. This we got before. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. This we got before. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. This we got before. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. This we got before. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. This we got before. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. This we got before. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. This we got before. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. This we got before. With a turn. Yeah, I'm going over. Alright, next upside resistance is so how is the road resistance from your house a dead end? So how is the road resistance from your house a dead end? So are we going to be doing this all day, John? Let's see. Is the road? Are we going to be doing this all day, John? Let's see. Yes. Is the road? Are we going to be getting this all day, John? Let's see. Yes. Is the road? Are we going to be getting this all day, John? Let's see. Yes. Is the road? Are we going to be getting? He's like got a new tool right now. He's like. Yes, the road. This is he's like charging a tool right now. I guess like you got like 6 computers or 6 he's like charging a tool right now. I guess you're playing like one of them for sure. He's like charging a tool right now. I guess you're playing like one of them for sure. This is Don we're talking. You're playing like he's ghosting me. This is yes, yes, it's a gray house. He's ghosting her. White trim. Yes, he's yes, it's a gray. It's a gray house. He's ghosted her. You might have found that house. It's a great house. He's ghosted her. You might have found that house. It's a great house. He's ghosted her. You might have found that house. Don't have 3-car garage with it. It's a great house. He's ghosted her. You might have found that house. Don't have 3-car garage with it. It's a great house. He's ghosted her. You might have found that house. Don't have 3-car garage with it. It's a great house. He's ghosted her. You might have found that house. Don't have 3-car garage with it. It's a great house. He's ghosted her. You might have found that house. Don't have 3-car garage with it. It's a great house. He's ghosted her. You might have found that house. Don't have 3-car garage with it. It's a great house. He's ghosted her. You might have found that house. Oh, okay, that one was down the street. Okay, well, good to know. I will look for it. Probably don't go down that street. Good to know. I will look for it. Yes, we do have a lot of don't go down that street. Good to know. Yes, the trees. I will look for it. Yes, we do have a lot of trees. I think you might have found my house. Good to know. Yes, the trees. I will look for it. Yes, we do have a lot of trees. I think you might have found my house. Good to know. Yes, the trees. I will look for it. Yes, we do have a lot of trees. I think you might have found my house. I can confirm if you tell me what's in my lawn. Yes, we do have a lot of trees. I think you might have found my house. I can confirm if you tell me what's in my lawn. Yes, we do have a lot of trees. I think you might have found my house. I can confirm if you can't believe what's actually happening. Yes, we do have a lot of trees. Is this ghosting me? Is that the right phrase? I don't know what the right phrase is. It's doing something right now. Is this ghosting me? Does that feel a little violated? It's okay. It's done. It's doing something right now. Is this ghosting me? Does that feel a little violated? It's okay. It's done. It's doing something. Stalking. Okay. Thank you. A little violated. It's okay. I don't know what ghosting is. Okay. Whatever. Sounded good. It's okay. I don't know. Stalking that I got. Okay. Whatever. Sounded good. It's okay. I don't know. Stalking that I got. Okay. Whatever. I'm not the D. It's okay. Stalking that I got. Going on online to get dates. I'm not the D. So stalking that I got. Going on, I guess ghosting I hate to not the D. Whatever that means. So stalking that I got. Going on, I guess ghosting I hate to not the D. Whatever that means. Definitely stalking that I got. Deeping. Going on, I don't know. Ghosting I hate to Google Maps, so I don't know if he's definitely stalking that I got. Deeping. Going on, I don't know. Ghosting I hate to Google Maps, so I don't know if he's definitely stalking that I got. Deeping. Going on, I don't know. Ghosting I hate to Google Maps, so I don't know if he's definitely stalking that I got. Deeping. Going on, I don't know. Ghosting I hate to Google Maps, so I don't know. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Deeply on out of how I was like Google Maps. Glad you guys are having a fun time with my. Glad you guys are having a with my house here, Don. Thanks a lot for this. Glad you guys are having with my house here, Don. Thanks a lot for this. Glad you guys are out of with my house here, Don. Thanks a lot for this. Yeah, you found it there, Don. That's my house. You guys are out of with my house here, Don. Thanks a lot for this. Yeah, you found it there, Don. That's my house. You guys are out of with my house. Trading is slow. That's his. Yeah, you found it there, Don. That's my house. You guys are out of with my house. Trading is slow. That's his reason that he's decided to stock me. Trading is slow. That's his reason that he's decided to stock me. Trading is slow. That's his reason that he's decided to. No. Trading is slow. Yeah, I wish I could find it. Thank God there is no Krispy Kreme donut store around here. That's for sure. Yeah, I wish I could find it. Thank God there is no Krispy Kreme donut store around here. That's for sure. Yeah, I wish I could find it. Thank God there is no Krispy Kreme donut store around here. That's for sure. Yeah, I wish I could find it. Thank God there is no Krispy Kreme donut store around here. That's for sure. Yeah, I wish I could find it. Thank God there is no Krispy Kreme donut store around here. Yeah, I wish I could. Thank God there is very nice. So again, we have. Thanks, Don. So again, next time you come on, you can thank Don for a great house. So again, next time you come on, you can thank Don for a great house. So again, next time I know, but for you to get, they are sold. They're sold everywhere. But for you to get your, so again, next time I know, but for you to get, they are sold. They're sold everywhere. But for you to get your, so again, next time I know, but for you to get, they are sold. They're sold everywhere. But for you to get your, so again, next time I know, but for you to get, they are sold. They're sold everywhere. But for you to get your, next time I know, but for you to get, they are sold. They're sold everywhere. But for you to get your. Next time I know, but for you to get, they are sold. They're sold everywhere. For you to get your. Next time I know, but for you to get, they are sold. They're sold everywhere. For you to get your. Next time I know, but for you to get, They are so good for you to get your. That's not enough for you to get. They are so good for you to get your. That's not enough for you to get. They are so good for you to get your. That's not enough for you to get. They are so good for you to get your. That's not enough for you to get. They are so good for you to get your. That's not enough for. All right, nice rotation back up here. All right, nice rotation back up here. The low down at 06. All right, nice rotation back up here. Outside low down at 06. Rejecting it. All right, nice rotation back up here. Outside low down at 06. No, rejecting it. All right, we'll see what happens up here. Outside low down at 06. No, rejecting it. All right, we'll see what happens up here. Outside low. They come up down. Rejecting it. All right, we'll see what happens up here. Outside low. All right. I hope Don's not planning on missile striking your house. I hope not too. All right. I hope Don's not planning on missile striking your house. I hope not too. All right. I hope Don's not. I keep saying that. I hope not too. All right. I keep saying that. I hope not too. All right. I'm safe. He tells me. Not happy. Good. Good. Feel much safe. He tells me. Not happy. Good. Feel much safe. He tells me. Not happy. Try to find Brad. Good. Why doesn't somebody try to find Brad? Try to find Brad. Good. Why doesn't somebody try to find Brad? Try to find Brad. Good. Why doesn't somebody coming back up here? Try to find Brad. Good. Why somebody coming back up to 26 next level of resistance? Somebody coming back up to 26 next level of resistance. We got some nice trades this morning. Somebody coming back up to 26 next level of resistance. We got some nice trades this morning. Hours coming back up to 26 next level of resistance. We got some nice trades this morning. Hours coming back up to 26 next level of resistance. We got some nice trader. Hours coming back up to 26 trade is we're still trading on the heels of trade is still trading on the heels of foul talk rate background with still trading on the heels of foul talk rate committee or something. and creating these moves here back and forth, and creating these moves here back and forth, and well, the market is creating a little double top, maybe a retest of that 24. Well, the market is creating a little double top, maybe a retest of that 24. Well, the market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. Well, the market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. A little aggressive. Market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. A little aggressive. Market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. A little aggressive. Market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. A little aggressive. Market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. A little aggressive. Market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. A little aggressive. Market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. A little aggressive. Market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. Market is creating a little trade top, maybe a retest of that 24. Again, if anybody is interested in any of the opportunities here, then we again, if anybody is interested in anything that I say is here, then call experience. Anybody interested in anything that I say is here, then call experience. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's a little bit of work. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's a little bit of work. Lots of reasons why to get in. Might not be in sometimes, so a little bit of work. Lots of reasons why to get in. Might not be in sometimes, so a little bit of work. Lots of reasons why to get in. Might not be in sometimes, so a little bit of work. Opportunity came down. Might not be in next level resistance. We have the P6 area. Might not be in next level resistance. We have the P6 area. Might not be in next level resistance. We have the P6 area. Might not be in next level resistance. We have the P6 area. Might not be in next level resistance. We have the P6 area. Might not be in next level resistance. We have P6 area. Might not be in next level resistance. We have P6 area. Might not be in next level resistance. We have P6 area. Might not be in next level resistance. We have P6 area. Might not be in next level resistance. We have P6 area. Might not be in working this total 26 area here. And 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 working this total 26 area here. You gotta remember the volatility here is. And working this total 26 area here. You gotta remember the volatility here is with Yellen. And working this total 26 area here. You gotta remember. See what's going on. You have a chance there to scratch the market when it dipped down to the 26 area. What's going on? You have a chance there to scratch the market when it dipped down to the 26 options going on, right? You have a chance there to scratch the market when it dipped down to the 26 options going on, right? You have a chance there to scratch the market when it dipped down to the 26 options going on, right? You have a chance there to scratch the market when it dipped down to the 26 options going on, right? You have a chance there to scratch the market when it were trading and don't like the price action because definitely wasn't reacting the way we would like it to against that level. The price definitely didn't run away from us either. Reacting the way we would like it to against that level. The price definitely didn't run away from us either. And hopefully reacting the way we would like it to against that level. The price definitely didn't run away from us either. And hopefully reacting the way we would like it to against that level. The price definitely didn't run away from us either. And hopefully reacting the way we would like it to against that level. All right, continue to uptick here. Next level resistance we have is of a 32. All right, continue to uptick here. Next level resistance we have is of a 32. All right, continue to uptick here. Next level resistance we have is of a 32. All right, continue to uptick here. Next level resistance we have is of a 32. All right, continue to uptick here. Next level resistance we have is of a 32. All right, continue to uptick here. Next level resistance we have is of a 32. All right, continue. Very tight little ranges on rotations. You don't get much. Again, every day is a little bit different. We had nice trade this morning, and now it gets a little bit tougher as the market gets into this rally mode here, which again, remember, is always a little tough trade compared to markets that are going down. So you have to maybe do what we suggested a little bit earlier, where you're scratching some trades because we're not getting the rotations we're looking for, and then which is fine. And then looking for a next opportunity. So next level resistance we have is up at 32. And then we have 39, 45, and then a couple more just in case market decides to continue this rotation. We have 53, 59, and then 64. So above the 45, we have 30, well, 32 is next, then 39, then 45. So we gave you some more levels on the upside as the market continues to uptick here. You get 32 is the next level of resistance, and then above that we get 39.45. And you can see in the chat box area, those are the added levels that we have to include. Again, we talked about the 26 and how it got there and just hung there for a bit as we quickly come up here to the 32 area. All right, again, we're getting into these rally markets, and again, probably due to the fact that there's some Powell is talking and creating this upward move, and we're again trading on the upside is a lot more difficult. You don't get the rotations that you're looking for sometimes, so be aware of that and trade it accordingly. I don't know if you got in there at the 1.5 there, because only 39 contracts traded up there, so. If you did get in at 31, then you did okay. And you got a nice little quick rotation there off of the 31 area. So that entry point did work out good. Again, I think we're learning to make just a little bit of an adjustment on that, on those entry points for us. And a nice rotation there against the against that 32 area. Again, you have to work the 26. It got there and it hung there, and we were just kind of telling you, let's just bail on this one. And then we came up here to the 32 area. Again, only 39 traded up there at 1.5. You definitely have to get in there probably at 30, at 31 to take advantage of this move here. All right, nice rotation here off of the area. And they're getting that done. Got right down to it. All right, so be a little bit careful here with the markets. We gave you some upper levels. Right now, support will be back around the 1920 area. If you look at the chat box area, those are the levels with the additional numbers on the upside that we're adding on. Again, we don't know if that we're going to go up or not. We just seem to have floated that way. And once we got down to our 6 area, which was a little bit of a buy there for us. All right, nice rotation there against our 32 area. And now we're just kind of slowly drifting back down. So again, 1920, next area of support. Let's see what I want to do from there. All right, get back here in a bit.
Hey, a couple quick programming notes. Can I get a quick sound check? I want to make sure my voice is coming through okay. I made some adjustments on some of the sound features. Hey, Kurt, thank you. I appreciate everybody being here. Saul's just taking a break. It's Wednesday, March 24th, 2021. It's 11:13 a.m. You're connecting to Saul Showell's Trade Along, his Zoom Trade Along. Should be able to see a series of 3 charts in a separate chart window. 2 time frames for the S&P 500 E-mini and a 30-year bond chart. If you're new to trading, this helps you get set off on the right foot. So if you have any questions about getting set up with trading software, data providers, access to the S&P 500 E-mini, we can point you in the right direction. You are an experienced trader and you really want to buckle down and learn how to scalp the S&P 500 E-mini and develop what we call consistent profitability. That's your option here. Hey, Billy B, I reached out to you earlier. Did you sign up for Saul's Monthly? Just let me know back in chat. Jen L, just let me know also. Hey, John R, let us know if you have any questions. Kurt, the same. Kurt C. I think that covers individuals that are coming in that are coming in as a guest. Hey, Kurt. You know what I can do is I don't know if I have it on this computer, interestingly enough. I have a link that I send out, and it has the discounted. If anybody wants it, just raise your hand, and then I'll make sure it gets out to you. It's the discount code for Saul's Monthly. Usually it's $379 a month. Got it on for 100, which is 25 bucks a week. Pretty inexpensive. And again, if you want to learn more and be part of Saul's intensive, you can also let us know. We can talk to you personally and privately. The prerequisite for that is being part of Saul's Monthly. So raise your hand, I'll be able to send it out to you. Got a few hands raised, so we appreciate it. For those that are coming in on the outside, we made some adjustments that should be better now. And I'll be in the background if anybody needs me. Another quick programming notes for those that are new. The afternoon gets quiet here. If you haven't banked your money coming into the noon hour, certainly set up a time to talk to us privately and personally. We look to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades during the morning session based on a price action trading methodology that is taught. Starts out with key proprietary scalping levels or zones, and Saul gives those out. If you need a repeat, just ask for it. We start out here around 9:15-ish a.m. Eastern time. Right now it's 11:17 a.m. We get rolling pretty close to the cash open. We go through the morning session together. And again, if you'd like more information on how to be a trader, this is a focus on the S&P 500 E-mini, which is a commodities index future based off the S&P 500 stock index. It's a price. Price moves up and down, we hope. You can make money on the upside or the downside based on market movement and price movement, and look to capitalize on that price movement intraday and look to bank your money. Remember, trading is risky. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing is to be taken as direct trading advice. You're trading between you and your broker at your own risk. So as far as this service, let us know how we can help you. If you are here, which is great, you'd like to stay, make sure you sign up for Sol's Monthly. It's inexpensive. Right now it's on for $25 a week. If you get caught up and you're just coming in and ignoring all that, then the bot will exit you. The bot is an AI bot that figures out who's been in and who hasn't paid, and then it exits you. And obviously we don't want you to have that happen to you. So, and I can always send out the discounted link to you. So just raise your hand when you're being threatened by the bot, you know what I mean? Hey, Kurt, I will send it out to you. I sent it out to a couple people already. There's a big update in Zoom today, or it might have been yesterday. So Kurt, let me know if this is out to you. That's out to you now. Hey, Jen, I'll send it out to you. Takes 2 seconds to complete, become part of the family. John R., I don't want to leave you out. Obviously, you're coming as a guest, but this is the discount, so you have it. And it's only available in Billy B. Billy B, I don't know. Are you signed up for Sol's Monthly? Might be confusing me because of the name. And Dove. Hey, Dove, are you out there? Hey, Dove, just wishing you well, buddy. And HD, when are you coming back into the fold? I think it's April, right? Can't believe it's March 24th already. I feel like we just tripped over into the year and we're partway through already. It's crazy. It's funny, I wake up on, so Sunday, then it's Monday, and then it's Friday. I can't believe it. Might be my senior years. So if anybody does sign up, let me know so I can roll you over. What does that mean? That means that usually it's $379 a month. If you're lucky enough to get the $100 a month, which is $25 a week, then that carries forward as long as you want to keep it. And that's the good thing about signing up at the $100, is you get to keep it. But anyway, so again, I'll be in the background. Thanks for letting me know that my sound is okay. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll be in the background. Appreciate it. Thank you.